Hello, this is Russell Krasnesky, McKinney Fire Department. Last year's lucky enough to win the Grand National Championship, and I'm here to show you about how Russell Krasnesky does the hose hoist at the Firefighter Combat Challenge. So what I usually do is I come up and I grab an underhand. Why do I grab an underhand versus an overhand? Years ago, I had tennis elbow. So those of you that have the tennis elbow, you may want to try this. It was way less aggravating, if not at all. So I adopted this underhand. Another reason I have also adopted this is for my perspective, I can row a dumbbell 80, 90 pounds or whatever. I cannot take an 80 and 90 pound dumbbell and throw it like some of the other guys. So maybe it's from a lack of strength from my end, but it works for me. So when I come up after throwing the high-rise pack in, I really think of reaching way over and using my hamstrings to flex back and pull. And as I'm doing this underhand, I'm literally trying to think of painting my rib cage and coming across and extending back and forth like this and like so. So as I'm throwing the rope behind me, I can get it and I get more distance. And another thing I find that a lot of people do is they get too angsted up in the race and they try to throw it and go. Make sure you grab it and get down there by the carabiner and throw it over. Make sure it lands, and then you're off and running. So in a nutshell, that's basically how I do it, and those are the necessities of what I came up with for what worked for me. All right, we went over the hoist, Russell Krasnesky's hoist, the underhand hoist. Key points I would like to focus on again, and one I didn't add earlier, is I look for speed of my hands versus stride length. There's two ways of speed. There's length of a stride or how quick your hands or feet can move. So I focus on hand speed to make up against those guys that go against with these long strides to kind of hopefully even the playing field from my end. The other thing I mentioned was the dumbbell row. I mean, I can really row 80, 90 pounds that I cannot the other way by doing an underhand. So I feel like I'm stronger. And I also think of painting my ribs, so bringing it in close, but still trying to bring some length to it as it goes behind me. I appreciate your time listening to my techniques, and if you have any questions, I think on the website they'll be there, and feel free to ask. I'd be happy to help anyone anytime.